It's Tuesday, September 23rd, just following up on the SPY. You can see here, after buying puts on bar number 4, anticipating we'd at least move down to take out the pre-market lows, we did that. I shot another video saying that was a key inflection point. Are we just taking out liquidity and resuming the uptrend, or can we slice through that area after what would be a logical pause? So it did pause for one bar, and then we didn't really follow through, and now we're kind of breaking through that pretty strongly, which I thought was a possibility if we didn't bounce there, given kind of the vacuum of price action. You can see here that price might want to take out. So now we're starting to break through that level. The options are moving up, pretty a little more. They bought those 670 puts at 453. They hit a high of 510 right here. So, now you can almost treat the trade at no risk. If this whole move just doesn't really build some momentum, you can break even at worst. I still think the structure is down as long as we hold the midpoint of this first bar up here. But it is possible this was just one break, and we're still way above the midpoint of the prior day. There's just some vacuum of price action here, to kind of fill in. And maybe, it still might bring in some buying at some point, although the more time goes on, the less and less likely to me it starts to work back to the highs of the day. So this is kind of we're still early enough in the day where this breakdown through this area really needs to hold. I want to see if that happens. And if so, then like I said, there is a vacuum of price action to head lower. And we would just have to see, a long way to go still, but can this be the kind of the turnaround Tuesday type thing early in the week where we take out the high of the previous day and get, if it wants to move lower, we got to get through the midpoint of this bar from yesterday. We got to get through the open of the week and see, maybe for the first time in a long time, we might get a weekly failure unfold a little bit. But again, long way from that. It's just that we're at exhaustion risk, and opening price action at a minimum, to me, was going to come down and take out this this pre-market low, which it did. And then, to me, seeing that if we don't bounce there, and this really wants to be the start of a deeper pullback, there is a vacuum of price action here that it could really build some momentum. So that's what I want to see if it unfolds now. And at least for now, since you kind of got that immediate follow through from bar 4 to the downside, you can treat it all at no risk and let price action kind of judge, is this going to be just a little, brief morning pullback that doesn't amount to much, or could it be the start of something bigger? And we kind of know context-wise on the daily chart, what has to happen for it to really turn negative. And obviously for the weekly chart, it has to get below the weekly open to then start making higher highs and eventual lower lows. So that's kind of what has to happen. This might be the start of it, but it might not. And at least you can treat it all at no risk. I'm just kind of going, bar by bar here, and following up with what's developing on the SPY.